What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Boom, boom.
Boom.
I'm going to get it in. But before I get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm very humbled by all the support that I get. Believe me, for reals, man. What's up with Dubs, eh? What's up with that vato? You know what I mean? Super. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, este vato does con un pinche wrinkled forehead. Matters ever, right? Me and Dubs have conflict. We have some conflict here. Last night we did a live, man, and I'm gonna air it out. Fuck it. If we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real, right? Let me air this shit out publicly. Fuck it. We can do it behind the scenes. I've already done that. I've already talked to him about it. But God damn it, let's be real. Last night we did a live and we were showing the David Benavidez versus David Morrell fight, right? And I was a little frustrated in the fight because it took me forever to get it on Amazon Prime and do all that shit. But eventually I figured it out, had it on my phone, displayed right here so I could watch the fight, do commentary, whatever, man. We had a live. It is something we planned for a while. And Dubs had called me earlier in the day like, hey, I already got the fight ordered. And you know me, I'm a last minute guy. You know what I mean? Not a 1 minute guy, but a last minute guy, right? So I finally ordered it, got it together, watched half of the Pitbull fight, was very impressed by Pitbull and the guy he fought. And then we get to the big one, right? David Benavidez and Morrell. Now, for those that have watched my channel for a long time, I'm a big Mexican monster fan, right? I like David Benavidez. I don't hate on Canelo. Cinnamon, hey, everything's better with cinnamon, right? You know, arroz con leche is good with cinnamon, okay? Hey, cinnamon, homie, no fucking my mother, homie, right? But, you know, when there's the questions of, is Canelo the best ever when it comes to Mexicans? Not close. He's in the top 5, but Salvador Sanchez was better. Julio Cesar Chavez was better. There's other guy, or is it Julio Cesar Chavez? Yeah, it was. Not Junior, not whatsoever. That vato is part of the Charmuta cartel. But there's certain Mexicans that I believe are better, but Canelo's definitely, I'm not a Canelo hater. He's good, man. Changed when he got a little bit of money and learned a little bit of English. Then the game changed. No, homie, no fucking my mother. All right, okay, Canelo. But me and Dubs, you know, he's a super Canelo fan. He likes Canelo. And so in that, he does not like David Benavidez because of some of the things David Benavidez has said in the past. Now, I'm a firm believer in the sport of boxing. You have to sell a fight. You have to talk that shit. You have to bait people, get them in the mix, get them in the ring, and then hug it out at the end, you know, and have love for the sport more than the argument. Now, whether you're a Canelo fan or a David Benavidez fan or a fan like me of both, you can believe it's a fight we all want to see, right? And me and Dubs made a bet years ago, a couple years ago already. If this fight ever takes place, we got a hundo on it. I got the Mexican monster. He got Canelo. And if I lose that 100, I'll be glad to do it just to watch the fight, right? I think we all just want to see it. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. So last night, David Benavidez is fighting Morrell. And I could already see by the paloma in Dubs' hand and the wrinkle in his fucking forehead, he was being more and more disgruntled as the fight went on. Because according to what I was watching, David Benavidez was dominating the fight. Now, don't get it twisted. That Cuban was hitting hard. Morrell was catching him. Morrell did ultimately drop him one time. I mean, it was like me in the Cholo Trucker fight. Did he slip? I don't know, right? But he did fall to the canvas. He didn't fall, but his fucking hands touched the ground. And then, of course, there was a little fucking conspiracy there because Morrell felt some type of way and he punched him after the bell. Referee took a point. I'm not trying to give you fucking guys be a spoiler, but that's how it went down. Now, during the fight, you got to understand, me and Dubs, we talk daily. And it's always good conversation. It's always positive. It's always, you know, we don't agree on everything, but we never raise our voices or never yell like, hey, bro, fuck that. Okay. East side, west side. We don't do all that, right? What we do is agree to disagree or be like, all right, bro, I'm looking at it from this point. You look at it from that point. Okay, you're from down there, from up there. Not that it makes a difference, but it's two different types of points, right? And I think that's what has made our friendship be as solid as it is. He's a good dude. He's solid. I know that for a fact. And, you know, I look at Dubs as someone that's very educated, and very analytical and doesn't talk about things that he doesn't know about or paces himself like Morrell was last night. Now, at the same time, That doesn't mean we agree all the time on everything. So last night, as we're doing the live, you know, I'm 30 seconds ahead of Dubs for whatever reason on the fight. I don't know how that worked out. We both got the pay-per-view, but for some reason, my shit was 30 seconds ahead. So I was seeing a totally different fight, meaning I was seeing it in high definition as it happened. Dubs was 30 seconds behind me. So as David Benavidez was cracking the dog shit out of this fool, tas. Take it, doggy. As he was doing all that, I'm calling it as I see it because I'm doing analytics and I'm, you know, spectating and being a voice for the people that can't see it. Dubs was getting more frustrated, not only because he was 30 seconds behind, but because he wasn't seeing the same fight I was seeing. So he started to get a little agitated, you know, a little frustrated with the way I was calling the fight. First of all, he was totally against David Benavidez to the point where he wanted to see David Benavidez lose the fight because I say he's a big supporter of Canelo, and he truly believes that Canelo never ducked David Benavidez, but Canelo shouldn't give that dude a fight because that dude's a bum and hasn't proven himself. Now, I'm in the opposite spectrum of that. I believe David Benavidez should get the fight, has proven himself, and I believe win or lose, man, let the man get his money. Pass the torch, Canelo, whether you blow it out. No, because I don't fight a Mexican. I'm Mexican, right? I remember when Canelo said that. You guys remember when he said, I won't fight Mexicans, then he fought Munguia? It was a trip. Didn't stick to his word on that. But I'll say when it comes to me and Dubs, usually we see eye to eye, but in this one, we were totally in opposite corners. And that doesn't mean that Dubs is not my friend no more or I'm mad. It just shows me the type of person that I've chosen to affiliate myself with, associate with, is the type of person I knew he was, and it's a righteous person. Because he's proven to me, see, I've seen it a whole different way. Within the argument, when I was like, nah, David Benavidez is cracking him, he's like, nah, you're watching a different fucking fight, doggy, right? All the Southerner came out in him, right? He was like, nah, that's it, right? The thing was this. He's a person that stands on what he believes on. I respect that. You know, you don't have to agree with me in everything I say and take my side, and I won't definitely do that with you. We are two of the same cat, man, meaning we're cut from the same cloth. We are two individuals that we're going to stand on our words and what we fucking believe in, no matter if it's our own homie. And he's like, nah, Charlie, bro, it's like this. Hey, you see it that way? I say, okay, watch out. I got two eyes. I see it the way I see it. And it was something as simple as a boxing match last night. I got a hair in my damn dog, right? It was something as simple as the boxing match, but it showed me a lot about the character of Dubs. And what it showed me is that he's going to ride or die with whether the dude was losing or not. He still was like, oh, watch it, man. It's not over yet. Homie, it was over in the 6th round, you see. Right? It was over. But I ain't going to lie. I got a little at the end there, man. The last 3 rounds were a little skeptical. But we did have a lightweight argument on camera. And it wasn't an argument like, oh, man, fuck that. Fuck you, right? It was we were disagreeing and being vocal, but respectful at the same time. And that shows a lot of the youngsters that are gangsters and a lot of people that are in the mix, or even people that have conflict on YouTube and other social media platforms. You could lightweight disagree, even raise your voice a tad bit, right? But it doesn't mean you got to fight and oh, I ain't talking to you no more, bro, because you're a Benavidez fan, or fuck that, fuck Morel, man. This is Mexico. I don't care about Cuba. None of that. It never went there. It was a disagreement on two individuals seeing a fight two different ways. That's why we all got our own style. That's why we're all human. I'm not going to see the same things the way Dub sees it. He's not going to see it the same way I see it. Now, and a lot of things we do. And the things that really matter and count in life, we do. You know, we don't want to see people going to prison forever. We don't want to see people out on the streets homeless. We don't want to see people dying or being fucking snatched up by ICE. Or we don't want to see these things. In fact, we've had a lot of conversations over the last couple of days, and we could agree that, man, a lot of the things that are happening right now, the way people are getting split up in families, man, wow, this is not what we thought it was going to be, but it is what it is, right? And again, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean we're not going to double down or respect our opinions, but it does mean we're not in agreement with everything that's happening out there as far as what they're doing. We agreed that it ain't cool. Now, I had a couple of people get at me last night. That's why I'm doing this video. Damn, bro, I think you and Dubs, there's a conflict. Damn, bro, I think you guys are not getting along. I could see it's imploding. What's imploding? We're friends. We're we woke up this morning, man, and hey, what's cracking, homie? You know what I mean? Fuck all that. Hey, yeah, Benavidez did that. Oh, yeah, man, Moreau looked good too. Look, it's a fucking boxing match. You know, it's just like we happen to both be Raider fans, but if his football team is playing my football team, for instance, and of course I'm gonna be like, fuck your team. He's gonna be like, fuck your team. But it doesn't mean fuck each other. It doesn't mean, hey, homie, I don't like you because of what you represent. You know, and a lot of that leads back to the North and South issues with me. You know, and this is a perfect example of two entities, two groups with a tremendous history and a lot of violence and a lot of treachery in these two groups. And a lot of guys that are on YouTube and a lot of people from other sides that talk shit about people or disrespect people from the other side. And a lot of them that have never even had conflict with the other side or never even been on the mierdas or function like that. But the hatred that is instilled and perpetuated, and people believe, you know, that you know, a lot of people, I had a Southerner a while back get at me. He's an OG. I'm not going to say his name, but he's well respected from a well-respected audio. Active, still in the mix. When I say active, meaning he's a family man, but I mean, he's in good standings, right? And he asked me a question. He was like, hey, bro, the whole time I was in the prison system, I always thought you guys didn't like us because of this. And I had to clarify the situation and give him a little clecha that he asked for. And he was like, damn, all this time, bro, I was being fed propaganda and being fed this about you, Walters. It wasn't even like that. I said, nah, homie, we were being done the same thing. You know, it's just like the boxing matches, man. You know, you'll see a lot of the rah-rah shit and the screaming. It's just to sell the fight. Basically, what North and South was doing was selling the fight. If they made you hate your opponent, if they made you hate your enemigo, then, you know, you're going to go out of the box and do some crazy shit. From, you know, hatred breeds a lot of fucking treachery. That's how that was. You know, and it's crazy. I get asked all the time about myself and Dubs, him being from Southern California, me from Northern California. Is there any time you guys have conflict or don't agree? No. Not conflict. Yeah, we don't agree on some things. The styles are different, you know, but that doesn't mean we're still can't be friends, because there's a lot more we agree with than we disagree with. So people got at me last night. Damn, Gun, what's up with Dubs? He was salty. He was mad. No, he wasn't. He was expressing how he felt. He does not like David Benavidez whatsoever. And it's not because of the Canelo situation, because he's a Canelo fan. It has more so to do with David Benavidez's attitude and the way he addresses and talks to people disrespectful. Now, I don't like disrespectful people either. But the one thing that I grasp onto is I believe in youngsters getting a fair shake, and people, you know, and times change. You know, I'm always going to be stuck in the 90s. I'm always going to respect where I came from and how we did it, and not quite understand how it's being done now. But at the end, and I could say this in anything in life, equality, more professionalism, all these different things, you know, time demands change. It all comes with change. Things change. You know, I'm going to sit here and say, oh, we conducted ourselves more professional when I was an active gang member compared to what they do now. But at the end of the day, I'm not in the trenches seeing what they're seeing and going through what they're going through. So I can't speak on that. I don't know. When people say, is it watered down now? To me, it's going to be a little different.
It's going to be a whole lot different.
But at the same time, it doesn't mean they're doing it wrong, right? So for those haters that we're talking about, damn, homie, you and Dubs are fucking, you guys are starting to blow up and you guys are not going to be friends no more. Bullshit. 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 Dubs is the homie. We're going to continue to do what we do. We're going to continue to converse. We're going to continue to respect each other. And so what? It was just a boxing match. Then he was going for one guy and I was going for that. I won. I won. I mean, other than David Benavidez, the Mexican monstro, right? And but it's another day. Time moves on, and for those like, oh, you guys were raising your voices, you guys were upset. Not really, not really. He just, you know what I mean? Hey, the vato hit him a gang at times. Tell the truth. They say, tell the truth, right? Those are the motherfucker disgruntled. He's getting mad, huh? He's in this motherfucker. Every time the vato hit him, you could hear when the vato sucked his teeth, you heard an echo. As soon as I was like, David Benavidez catches up with the uppercut. Those is upset. I've never seen his forehead so wrinkled in my life. But at the same time, I understand, man. You know, when you dislike someone, I don't give a fuck what they do. Hey, did you hear they voted that Vato the president? Fuck yeah, they say. Did he tell you he was grabbing girls by their pussy? Yeah, see, there's always going to be people that don't like someone because they don't like someone. That doesn't mean that me and you got conflict or me and you got an issue. That just means we do not agree. That's the great thing about where we're at in life. That's the great thing about being older gentlemen and human beings. We understand that. I understand that. Never for once did I be like, oh man, Dubs is not gonna be my friend no more, right? You know what I said? I fucking Dubs a hater. That's what I said, and he's like, fucking Gunnerz, stupid. We could agree to disagree, man, and that's why we're good friends. You know, that's why a lot of these trolls and these people that constantly make videos about myself and Dubs, which I pay no attention to, but just to let you know that Dre Day only made Easy's payday, right? The more you talk about me, the more I'm pushed out there, and I appreciate all the support. We agree that a lot of these guys will stir up mess and try to cause conflict when at the end of the day, there never is none. You know, a lot of things that are said are misled, lies, treachery, and bullshittery. And I'm not never going to let something someone else says dictate how I feel about the next man or, you know, ever come in between a solid fucking friendship, a homeboy. You know, never in my wildest dreams that I ever think I would be. I never even knew what social media was back then. We didn't have it. Never thought I'd be sitting here on screen, man, constantly daily on lives with a guy from Southern California, but I am, and I enjoy it. And the reason is not the conflict in styles, but I'm getting educated into a lot of things I didn't know about. A lot of things that I was told about certain individuals and people, I'm seeing that not to be true. I'm seeing that everyone is exactly alike. You know, we might wear our clothes a little bit less baggy, or we might have a little bit more hair on our top of our head, but that doesn't mean they're still not brown. That's a fact, right? So last night, like I said, Dubs was a little frustrated with the fight, the way the fight was leaning. And that was because he just doesn't like David Benavidez for his reasons. He doesn't like assholes, right? And no, unlike Wes Watson, neither one of us like asshole. Unless it's a female, man. Anyways, that's I digest. What? How is that? I was about to say I digest. I digress. But I will say this. You know, for anyone that's trying to stir the pot and was like, oh, they were fucking arguing. Immediately, I got some DMs. Damn, homie, why is Dubs so mad at you? He's not mad at me. He's not mad at me, is he?
I think they never be mad at me, is he? I'm solid, right?
And I'll never be mad at him. It was more so we were into the fight. We're avid sports fanatics. And when it comes to boxing, Dubs does know a lot about boxing. So he was seeing the fight as a, you know, hey, it's never over till it's over. I was seeing like this shit is over. And that was that. So anyways, with that being said, I wanted to kill it, nip it in the bud, man. Is there conflict between me and Dubs over a stupid-ass boxing match? Absolutely not. Not even close. I don't even have to do this video to address it because it ain't even that serious, but it's content. People have asked the question, so I'm going to voice my answer, and that is what it is. I implore you, go over to Dubs' channels, go support him, man. Ask him, damn, bro, why does your head get so wrinkled? When it was either the palomas or it just says, we're getting old, eh? You know what I mean? Damn, my shit wrinkled? Not yet. But, you know, I'll catch up eventually with a tomato in my back pocket. I know this, though, about Dubs, man. He's solid. I respect his point of view, but I don't agree with David Benavidez not getting a fair shake. I believe Canelo needs to give that Vato a fucking fight. Okay, he don't need to. He don't have to, but he should. You know, remember when Chavez did it for Oscar De La Hoya? And everybody was all mad at fucking Oscar, the cokehead De La Hoya, when he fucking put fingertips all on an old man? The thing is, it didn't matter about who won or lost. It mattered about Davato having the respect and recognizing his talents and saying, you know what? Hey, I'm older. I've done my thing. Let's keep it pushing for the raza, right? That's how I feel Canelo should be. But the truth is, Canelo is not like that. He's a different individual. He wants Mexico all to say, hey, Mexican. I don't find Mexican. Munguia, no, he's hacking, indigenous, right? I don't know, man. That's just the way I see it. Anyways, man, me and Dubs are all good in the hood, man. There is no conflict. That's bullshit. If you hear it on the airwaves, like, oh, they're tripping. I don't know. Fucking, I'll call him, and he might be tripping. Might be tripping on the fact that fucking his cold water ran out early while he's taking a shower. But he definitely ain't tripping on me. So with that being said, man, I'm a moose with a purpose. Keep doing what I'm doing, man. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe that shit because it's
bullshit. It's bullshit. And David Benavidez won. And he can't deny that. Bang, bang.
This is the gun. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to you guys. I got a super norteño coming today. Are you ready? Damn, gun, you've been saying that. What happened? What happened? Ricky gets out and all of a sudden you don't want to speak on it no more? Shit. But damn, I'll say whatever I want. He knows. Wait till I bring him on the live, man. I'm trying to negotiate that right now. It's gonna cost me some dollars. The gun. Bang, bang.